On Monday, April 28th, the Kelce brothers went live for their Las Vegas edition of the New Heights podcast. Travis Kelce, wearing a Topeka hat, sunglasses, and a baggy sweater, sat grinning from ear to ear. On the other side of the screen, Jason Kelce sat with his arms crossed, nodding his head in the most serious big brother fashion, if you ignore the half-smirking, half-teasing expression on his face. Okay, Jason began, laughing mid-sentence. We're back with another episode of New Heights, and Travis is glowing with joy today. Bro. Travis clapped his hands together, barely able to sit still in his chair. I'm on top of the world, Jason. You have no idea how happy I am. Jason raised his eyebrows and cocked his head. Oh, tell me, baby. Let's see what's got you grinning like a lottery winner. Leaning forward, Travis nearly shouted, I just won the Justin Timberlake golf tournament in Las Vegas with Taylor Swift, bro. Jason's eyes widened, his mouth hanging open for a second before he burst out laughing. Wait, you and Taylor Swift? You're talking about Taylor Swift, the one who wrote Shake It Off? And you, the guy who once swung the ball into the water tank. Travis laughed thunderously. Exactly that guy, he said, waving his arms around, reenacting the scene for camera. Listen, bro, Travis continued. It's a charity golf tournament hosted by Justin Timberlake. In Vegas, man. At the super nice Lushwind Golf Club. Holy shit, Jason muttered under his breath. Travis laughed and added, and guess who's my partner? Taylor Swift. The most beautiful woman on the planet, and the greatest golfing partner of all time. Jason laughed again, shaking his head. Wait, Taylor plays golf? When did she first pick up a club? Travis leaned in closer to the camera and said, laughing, learned on tour, bro. You wouldn't believe it. She's a hell of a hitter. Even though Taylor kept saying she was just a rookie, Travis insisted, bro, she's got some serious skill. Jason narrowed his eyes suspiciously. You must be so in love with her that you see her as the best everywhere you look. No, bro, really. Travis threw his hands up in the air, swearing. Taylor has a super smooth putting game. We didn't win the whole tournament because of me. I swear. Jason chuckled and teased. Let me guess. Taylor hit a hole-in-one and you dropped your ball in the lake? Travis slammed his hand on the table, laughing so hard tears came to his eyes. No hole-in-one, but she made a beautiful birdie on the 15th. And yes, I did hit a shot straight into the water on the 12th. But that's not the point of the story, bro. Jason tried to hold back his laughter, but his face was turning red. Okay, go on. What's the prize? A Justin Timberlake t-shirt. Travis shook his head. No, bro. The prize is a limited edition Rolex watch. Taylor's keeping it for me to wear because, Travis winked. She looks better in a Rolex. Jason collapsed onto the table, laughing uncontrollably. Oh my God, this guy lives a different life than the rest of us. Wiping away tears of laughter, Jason shook his head and urged, Okay, now continue. Is there any more drama? It's Vegas. It's definitely not just golf. Travis nodded knowingly. Of course there is. Guess who suddenly appeared right when Taylor was preparing for the decisive putt? Jason leaned in, resting his chin on his hand, his eyes lighting up. Don't tell me, Justin Timberlake. Travis narrowed his eyes dramatically and nodded. It's him. Justin just showed up wearing sunglasses, holding a cocktail, laughing so chill. And then he shouted from afar, Let's go, Taylor. Jason laughed, shaking his head. That guy lives his life like it's a movie. Travis laughed along and continued. But Taylor didn't panic at all. She turned around, pointed at Justin, and shouted back, Let's go, JT the golfer. Jason froze for a second before holding his stomach and bursting into laughter. No way. She actually called Justin Timberlake JT the golfer, right in front of everyone. Travis clapped his hands and laughed harder. Bro, the whole golf course was dying laughing, even Justin. He pretended to fall to the grass. Jason laughed so hard he slapped the table, shouting, Oh my gosh, that was a historic moment. I bet the press will have a headline. JT switches careers to golf. Travis sobered up a bit, his face full of pride. But you know what, Jason? Taylor kept her composure. She looked down at the ball, aligned it carefully, and made the putt. The ball rolled straight into the hole, and the crowd around her screamed like she had just won the Masters. Jason jumped up in disbelief, exclaiming, "I can't believe it!" Taylor Swift, singer, songwriter, actress, and now professional golfer. He buried his face in his hands and laughed. "Swifties on the green! Oh my God! Don't let her hear this idea or she'll host an international Swiftie golf tournament next year." The two brothers burst out laughing, banging the table so hard that the microphone nearly fell off its stand. Travis continued, laughing with pure glee. Taylor got a standing ovation. The whole crowd stood up and clapped, cheering like crazy. Justin Timberlake even got down on his knees and raised his hands like she was a queen. Jason's eyes widened in shock. "No way, is he serious?" Travis nodded, mimicking the kneeling motion. "Bro, I swear." Justin even shouted, "All hail Queen Swift." Almost choking on his laughter, Jason cried out, "That's Justin Timberlake." So dramatic. Travis's eyes were shining as he continued. The organizers even brought out a small trophy for the winning team. Taylor took it and held it up like she had just won the Super Bowl. I stood next to her and honestly felt like I was at a championship parade. Jason burst out laughing again, teasing. The only thing missing was fireworks, and Jason Kelce in an Eagles cheerleader uniform. Travis nodded seriously, playing along. "Just missing fireworks and you in a skirt, bro." Jason slammed his hand on the table, grinning. "I'll sign up for next year. Team Swift Kelce. Who dares to stop me?" Jason, still laughing, asked, "How did Justin react when he lost to Taylor?" Travis rubbed his hands together with a mischievous grin. He was hilarious. Justin took off his hat, bowed dramatically to Taylor, and shouted, "I'm officially the captain of the Vegas Golf Club." Jason lost it, laughing his head off. "I can't believe it," he said, shaking his head. Timberlake was the life of the party. At the party, Travis even imitated Justin Timberlake's voice, pretended to choke up and say, "I tried my best, but you're too great. From now on, I'll call you JT the Loser." Both Kelce brothers roared with laughter as Jason wiped tears from his eyes, gasping, "Oh my God, I have to see this with my own eyes." Travis grinned and teased, "Come with me next year, but you have to promise not to punch anyone for losing." Jason narrowed his eyes and smirked. "No promises. Win or lose, I'll punch for fun." Travis waved his hands animatedly, as if filming a live show, continuing. After the game, some funny reporters pretended to interview Taylor right on the field, asking, "Swift, how does it feel to beat Timberlake?" Jason leaned in eagerly. "And what did Taylor say?" Travis put on a serious face and answered. Taylor held the trophy, turned to the camera, smiled sweetly, and said, "Teamwork makes the dream work, baby," while pointing right at me. Jason shouted, "That's the New Heights spirit." Travis, pretending to puff out his chest proudly, said, "Bro, I was on cloud 9, having Taylor Swift point at me and call me her teammate after beating Justin Timberlake. There's no better moment in my life." Jason nodded in agreement and chuckled. "Okay, I admit it. That was the pinnacle." Jason then smirked and said, "Let me guess. You two went out to celebrate in a big way afterward." Travis winked. "That's 100% true. The whole team hit the strip for dinner. Taylor ordered a giant bottle of champagne, stood up and declared, 'We didn't just win the golf tournament. We won life tonight.'" Jason laughed and said, "That's Taylor Swift. Winning is poetic." Travis continued, "Justin Timberlake was sitting in the corner, cracking up. When we clinked glasses, Justin yelled, 'Tonight belongs to Queen Swift and King Kelce.'" Jason nodded, laughing. "Okay, so there's proof Justin Timberlake is officially a Swift Kelce fan." Travis grinned wide. "Not just a fan, he's an honorary member.